That gum, it's 1 p.m. already. Had to have a small little lunch break from digging. Fell up the road, need a little help. I guess he's getting ready for the zombie apocalypse or something here. Said he needed a pit. He dug it out about 2 foot deep with a skid steer. Had it sloped in there at an angle. And that kind of helped because he did it before it rained. So that soaked in and loosened up some more of it. But this here's been working a bit better. I've got about 3 hours going. The deepest part down there below the loose dirt, it's almost 6 foot deep. We got about 6 foot wide and about 7 foot long at the deepest part. It's gonna have to be at least that, so I'm gonna have to make it a little wider to get it rounded out. Had to bring my lunch and my magazines in case I need something to read or in case something jumped out of the bushes. Had to put me an old laundry detergent bottle full of water and add a little dish soap in there so I could wash hands or whatever, clean something up. Made darn sure to mount a fire extinguisher in case something went wrong. Of course, that's the same reason for the soap water too. That can help. Left me a little gap there to put my water bottle, but it's not there now. And everybody had to be gone from this place, so he nicely bought me a toilet roll in case I had to dig me a toilet. I stuck it on the antenna of this old radio that doesn't work in this poor old Ford backhoe. I'm not fond of Fords, but at least this is the only piece of equipment of the set that I can borrow that actually runs. I've got to help fix the rest. Oh, there's my water. Oh, let's put it over there in the shade. Yeah. Stay hydrated, folks. Got me some salted peanuts I've been chewing on, so the salt will help keep from losing too much moisture. And there's the rest of my water. I took that out of the back of the pickup truck and made sure to put a few ice trays in it so it'd be a little bit cool. Even found me a hat rack, put the hat in the shade because there's no fan to work in this thing. The add-on air conditioner heater all quit years ago. And in case the transmission give out or I get stuck, there's a tow chain. Although it's normally used for lifting things with this front loader or backhoe. Oh. Got the four-wheel drive on here for the rougher terrain. Oh yeah. So this whole thing been working pretty good. They don't have the best transmission in the 555, but they're not meant for pushing dirt. They're meant for digging it. So we're gonna do a little bartering here. He needed help, and I still need help to finish my project. So I don't have to do things by hand. That got knocked loose amongst all the digging he did. Make sure you got hand tools for when there's no fuel or equipment to use. Looks like we're gonna have to work on hydraulic cylinders again soon. Thankfully this one hadn't had to have one changed yet, but it needs it. This here outriggers gets chained up together when the tractor's not in use so that it don't leak down and make a mess. Gonna be trying to put a little entrance into this from over that way, or an exit, or whatever it's gonna be. Thankfully he left a tape measure because I didn't think to bring one, but this here is eye level. So yeah, it's about 6 foot because I'm less than that a little bit. And even though it's a sandy loam and got some sugar sand, it's real hard sometimes when it's dry. It's got clay in it. It's not as bad as my place that's got the old mesquite sand. It's even harder when it's dry. But it's definitely giving it a workout. But yeah, hopefully he can do a trade out with me and help me finish my little storm shelter or whatever, trying to make out of big truck tires dug into the side of the pond dam, and using that dirt to fill the tires as I stack them. Haven't been able to work on it in several months, no time. Sure, I could be doing that now by myself, but I tell you what, I might have got 6 tires filled with dirt, or maybe 12 in the time that I did all this in 3 hours, because digging and up and down off the tractor, and it just, one person, it's too time consuming. But also, he said he got a post hole auger that we could use on my tractor in case it works better than mine, and do me some more fencing and drill holes to start building sheds and so forth. And so the point is, folks, work with your neighbors, look out for your neighbors, help one another in communities, find good people, and gather your necessities, get your hand tools and all that, get your propane, diesel, gasoline, whatever generators and fuel to operate them. That's why I showed the dual fuel propane gasoline, because I'm telling the little small truck stops, hey, have y'all considered putting you a backup generator on your place so that if power goes down for several days, you can use the fuel in the tank to run your generator and maybe help keep things going, help us truckers have fuel so we can keep commodities going. Plus, then they wouldn't lose all the food in their coolers and freezers and so forth. I wish grocery stores had backup generators. It doesn't make sense not to. The one gentleman told me in India, their service stations have backup generators, but that's because the power goes off practically every day. Well, what happened a year and a half ago all across Texas? It was so bad that somewhere between 200 and 300 people perished because they didn't have the needed resources and they didn't know how to take care of themselves. You can't go sit in a running car with the heater to warm up when the darn thing's in the garage. Open the stinking garage door. Come on, people. Or get you some darn extension exhaust pipe, flex pipe, whatever, to push that exhaust out from underneath the door that's almost all the way shut. I was dumbfounded as much as sad when I heard a family lost their lives trying to get warm running a car in the garage. I can't believe people are that uneducated in this country. And you try to use their little old tea candle heaters with the clay pots. Don't put 4 tea candles in there. It builds enough gas in a close area from what those emit that can actually cause an explosion. What happened in some homes, so they trying to keep from freezing and wind up the whole house burned down. So the whole neighborhood had heat while the house was burning. And was there even any fuel for the fire truck to come? Who knows? Maybe not. Just do what you can do. Work with others, and just try not to get taken advantage of either. You know, this gentleman, he done been a help to me. I help him a little bit. Fella he works for helps me a little bit. He's the one that got me the tires to use, and that helps him too, so that he don't have to pay to get rid of them. Well, I changed the oil in my Peterbilt. What do I do with the oil? I gotta haul it all the way to some other town to get it disposed. So I talked to the tire man. He's got an oil change deal. Well, you know, do you have to pay to get rid of your oil, or do they pay you? He said, no, I don't have to pay to have it hauled off. Okay, would you mind if I bring 10 gallons of oil? So I called him up, hey, do you have room? And he says whether or not I can bring it at that time. So he helped me, I help him. You know, just like other folks in the area, darn illegal aliens driving through the fence and bailing out everywhere. Well, shoot, I loaded up, locked and loaded, and went over there behind the state trooper that I'd opened the gate for to go check on my neighbor and scout through the property. Didn't have time for it, but I did it anyway. We gotta look out for each other. It's fitting to get real, folks. Look at my video about the World Health Organization and take part in going to Mr. Roguski's Stop the Who website, and within it is the link to be able to go and provide your little 90-second video with the information on why they shouldn't be able to have authority over countries and how they've already broke different international laws and codes. The information's in my video and Doug's on Uncommon News 777. He should have a video out about stuff going on with Greece and Turkey. And we sent the info so Green Grace can cover it too. Anyway, I'm long-winded and I got work to do, so take care of your equipment, grease it real good like I had to do yesterday, and stay cool, stay warm, whichever's necessary.